Hi, welcome back. I'm Terry from In Care of Relationships, and I'm back with the second hint, the second skill that can be used to turn any relationship around. So, the second thing I did in my marriage was to ask this question with great regularity. The question was, what if nobody's wrong? During an argument, what if nobody's wrong? In this big messy mistake that got made, what if nobody's wrong? Instead of pointing the finger, this is really truly what happened. Instead of pointing the finger at my husband for what I thought he did wrong, or pointing the finger at myself for something that I thought I did wrong, I just asked all my fingers all my fingers to have a seat. Just stop making either one of us wrong. And that was new for me. That was really new for me. Then the two of us became equals, learning from each other and learning from life, rather than being wrong. And I will not lie. This is a hard thing to do. It's deceptively simple sounding. Okay. But it's kind of a favorite thing that we humans do, which is we get blame off ourselves and put it on somebody else, and then we're more comfortable. That's really the whole thing. We don't want to be in pain about something. We'd rather give that give that to somebody else, So all people come into a relationship session. Everybody does, wanting me to help them fix their partner. My partner is wrong, and he or she should change that thing. Because why? Because if my partner changes, then I don't have to look at myself. Well, let's just fix that person over there. Yeah, that's how it goes. So learning to take the right wrong out of things has just astonishing, you can't even believe it. It has astonishingly positive results, and it changes the dynamic entirely between two people. You may have experienced this in your life, but in case you forget, so here's an example. If I think you're wrong, and I tell you you're wrong, not just that I think you're wrong, but you're wrong, then what will you most naturally do? What are you going to do with that? Probably defend. You're going to state your position. And so it takes the conversation in a predictable circle. It's sort of like entering a roundabout. And then pretty soon you're going so fast in a circle that everybody forgets there are exits. There are exits in a roundabout, but you keep missing them. So, but if one person takes the situation out of right, wrong, and that one person stops attacking or defending, shifts into neutral, then what happens? That really changes things. When there's less defense, that makes more room for other things. And one of those other things is curiosity. If we're not defending, it leaves room for curiosity, asking questions, requesting information, looking at another angle, trying on another point of view. It makes room for all of that. And it makes room for understanding and love, which is what we all want in the first place. All right. Do you know that if we stop making our partner wrong, we actually change physically? Our chemistry changes. It does. Instead of, if we take a slow, deep breath and ask questions, rather than defend and act like we're in survival and argue, and which is our reptilian brain, that we're using our reptilian brain, then if we take a deep breath, that takes us out of fight or flight and puts us in our creative brain. And we actually have access to our frontal cortex, and we can come up with a creative solution. We can offer an apology. We can ask for a do-over. So many good things can happen in that space. Again, we're smarter when we're calm. And for beginning steps, I would make an agreement with my partner. I actually did this with my husband, Eric, when he was here on Earth, when he was alive. I made an agreement with him that if I saw that I was blaming him or making him wrong, that I would catch myself, if at all possible. I would call one on myself. This is a very smart thing to do. It is a good, healthy practice. I would notice it and announce it. I would say things like, "Oh, I just made you wrong," or "I notice, I think you're wrong." And that was Eric's cue that I was saying that as an observation, not that he was wrong, but I was going, "Oh, I see what I'm doing. I see what I'm doing." Another step is, again, where do you feel it in your body when you make somebody wrong? Just announce it. It's in my heart, it's in my throat, or think it, and then take a moment to see what's actually going on, what's actually true. It might be that I'm feeling afraid of fill in the blank, or it might be not having a say in a subject that's important, maybe where our daughter goes to school next year, and maybe I'm afraid I don't have a say about our vacation or our future financial plan, or whatever the thing is, whatever the subject is. So again, the practice here is self-awareness and transparency. I see what I'm doing. You do not call one on your partner. You don't say to your partner, "I see what you're doing." You don't do that. You take it right back on yourself and you say, "I see what I'm doing." That's the self-awareness and the transparency that I'm talking about. You'll just be amazed at the results. When your partner doesn't feel wrong, guess what they do? They tell you more things. They share more. They love you more. They don't feel backed in a corner. And so they actually can say more about what's going on with them. They tell the truth. It makes room for truth. Oh my goodness. Honesty, it makes room for all the good things that we're looking for anyway. So that is step 2. That is step 2. What if nobody's wrong? In this mistake, in this moment, in this little clash we're having, what if neither one of us are wrong, and we're just learning human beings? All right, let's back up and kind of call one on ourselves. That's what you do. All right, see what I mean? These are not small hints. These are life-changing in all kinds of relationships, not just intimate relationships, but in any relationship. All right, my people. Are you ready for number 3? It's coming up. Thanks for listening. Again, you can contact me at Terri@incareofrelationships.com. Tell me how it's going. Thank you.